The website that will be hosting your course pages will be on threadedpodcast.com. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that. The way you're going to find it, you're going to actually have to type in /home/ up in the URL after the threadedpodcast.com, because this site is not linked anywhere. So in order to find the site, you have to go into the URL and add the /home. At that point, you'll see a list of student names and links to your website. Now, the first time you click on that website, you'll get an error message. The reason for that, of course, is you don't have any files on your website. In order to not get that error message, you have to create HTML files and then place them up on the web server. So let's talk about that. Locally, you need to have your disk organized. Now, I've chosen to create a folder on drive C called 2018, just because that's the year I'm working in. And then from there, my notes. And then from there, I have a Delhi. And then from there, I have sample U. Sample U being my sample user account. So I created a first web page called index.html. We'll talk more about that, but it has no capital letters, no spaces, no abbreviations. That's just the name of the file. And keeping it organized, anything that's in that sample U is stuff that's going to be on my web pages. It's a web pages only, or folders inside of that will also be on the web. Now, one of the folders you might consider is a media folder. Actually, we will be doing that. So it's a folder beneath the sample U, or my user directory. And inside of the media folder, I have 3 different types of media: audio, video, and images. Now, inside of my images, I have the folders that we're going to use during the course of the semester. An About Me folder. Notice none of these folders have any uppercase letters, all lowercase, and none of them have space bars. So About Me, Candy, Flags, Geography, Lakes, Rollovers, those are folders that will eventually contain images. So I just kind of created that structure now. Now, in order to get this all to work, I have what's called file transfer software. Okay, FTP is the file transfer protocol, so WinSCP or FileZilla being 2 examples. In this example, we're using WinSCP, and I have to click on a new site. You can see I use this for lots of different sites. Now, in my case, for the Threaded Podcast site, it's going to be the protocol of FTP, and the host name is going to be ftp.threadedpodcast.com. Port 21 should come up by default. I put in my username. In this case, I have sample U as my username, and I put in my password. You'll get your password from the lecture notes at some point in time, so you'll need to know that. And you can save this setting if you're on a private computer. You obviously would not save it if you're on a computer that's shared. When you get logged in, you'll see 2 sides to it, the left and the right. Left being local, right being remote. So left is your disk and the right is a server. And notice it just gives me a / for the root folder of the server. And I have to browse over on the left on the local to find exactly where that sample U directory is. And you'll notice I have my media and my index.html. And all I have to do is drag and drop from the left to the right. And that'll put them both, media and index.html will be on both the left and the right. So in setting this up, I'd go to threadedpodcast.com. I'd add the /home up in the URL to see this secret page of lists. And there I see my user sample as being a name on the list. And when I click on that, that's when I'm going to get whatever it is that I've got in my web page.